We're going to play Broken Sword, the Smoking Mirror. This is the second in the Broken Sword games. This one's remastered as well, but it was remastered back in 2010, so it's not remastered like the first one was that we just played. It's better than the original, but not like really fancy like the first one. Again, I have played all the Broken Sword games a long time ago, so I have played this one, but I don't remember that much of it. But I loved playing the first one, and I'm really looking forward to this one too.
This must be the place. Professor Oubier's house.
Looks pretty creepy. I'd been away from Paris and hadn't seen Nico for nearly 6 months. I wanted to celebrate our reunion, but she had other plans. An appointment with an archaeologist. Something to do with a Mayan stone she came across while researching a story. The guy who answered the door didn't look much like an archaeologist to me. I had a bad feeling about this. I glanced over the books, vaguely hoping to find a copy of How to Deal with Poisonous Spiders While Tied to a Chair. No such luck. But I noticed one corner of the bookcase was supported by a loose block of wood. Maybe I'd been a little heavy-handed, but it was a question of survival. Of course, I was still tied to a chair in a burning house with no means of escape.
That throws you right in, doesn't it? Even worse than the first one did.
With one mighty bound, our hero was free. Now, I had to deal with that fire.
Okay, pick anything up.
The projecting bracket had served its purpose. There was nothing else I could do with it. The rope was shredded and no possible use to me.
I don't want to touch the squish spider.
The bookcase had fallen on its front, making it impossible to reach the books inside.
If you you're stuck at any point, tap the question mark at the top right of the screen to receive help in the gameplay and controls. Tap the spanner icon to access the options screen where you can load and save game and adjust your game preferences. Okay, let's pick up this little... Oh, a dart. Another dart.
That dart was sharper than a mosquito's business end. But this didn't deter me from getting it anyway.
Bag as well.
It was a stylish little canvas number containing a lipstick, a handwritten note, and a pair of nylon panties with a large love heart emblazoned across the front. It occurred to me that Nico's tastes must have really changed while I was away.
I love how his face expression is
Well,
changing that box.
they could be useful.
He looked proper disgusted when he was looking at their panties.
Inside, I found a bottle of tequila. Normally, I didn't drink strong spirits, but today was far from normal. Ew. Disgusting. Not only did the tequila burn like hell, I just managed to stop myself from swallowing the worm.
Can you spell it out?
There was something short, fleshy, and gross on the carpet.
I'll pick up anything that's not tied down.
It was the worm from the bottle of tequila.
Drawer.
In the drawer was a small decorated pot.
That.
Nice couple.
Is that the window?
I wasn't going to get through those sturdy bars. I wasn't going to touch the box after that spider had been inside it. There was no pressure in the siphon. I guess it was out of gas. The cabinet was locked.
Okay, what have I got then? Lipstick. Lipstick panties. Oh, I can't, whatever that reads is, I'll read it in a bit when I'm not about to die. Can I pick the lock with that?
As I released the lock, something blew the doors open.
Cylinder.
That cylinder was hot. I couldn't pick it up with my bare hands.
Use the panties, George. Use
The panties I'd found in Nico's bag were just what I needed to wrap around the hot cylinder.
Is that for this gas thing? For the siphon?
The cylinder gave out a faint hiss as the valve opened. Now I had one primed up and ready to use extinguisher.
Release it then.
With a well-aimed squirt of a soda fountain, our unshakable hero saved the day. Now it was time to start looking for Nico. The cabinet was already open.
No, okay.
I wasn't going to burn myself on that red-hot doorknob, and it wasn't the time for subtlety.
So you can use the panties again.
I'd found a piece of newspaper folded in two. It referred to a forthcoming eclipse of the sun. Unfortunately, it wouldn't be visible from Europe. The best place to view the eclipse would be Mexico.
Okay, what have we got?
It was the poisoned dart which had stunned Nico. I'd never known anything keep her quiet so effectively. It was that itsy-bitsy tequila worm. I really must remember to take it out of my pants before I send them to the laundry.
It's got like a really evil face as well. It's like lipstick.
It was Nico's lipstick.
Yeah, okay.
It wasn't my color. And it reminded me of clowns. It was the newspaper
This-
clipping referring to the imminent eclipse. Wrapped inside it was
Oh.
another small piece of paper. It was a bank statement for Ubier's account from an automatic telling machine. The last 5 withdrawals were for large amounts, and all made in Marseille.
Can we not
It was
read
the
this?
newspaper clipping referring to the imminent eclipse.
No, okay.
I guess I had no business reading the note, but I figured it might give me a clue to what Nico was involved in. It was from Andre Labanau, the history student Nico had known at college. The letter was sentimental mush, and revealed that the exotic lingerie, as he called it, was a gift from him. It gave his telephone number. Labanau figured himself as a rival for Nico's affections, but I couldn't believe that that creep was in the running. The pot contained a key. It looked like a house key. The red and yellow pot had black decorative markings shaped like hands. Weird mutant hands, that is. It was Ubier's bank statement. It was a pair of red lace-trimmed panties decorated with a large black satin heart. Much as I disliked him, Labanau might be my only hope of finding Nico. Hi, Andre?
Who is this?
It's George Stobbart, Nico's boyfriend.
Don't you mean ex-boyfriend?
Look, I didn't call you just to pick a fight. I need to talk to you about Nico.
Can't you accept she's just not interested in you?
Listen, Andre, we need to talk. Nico's life depends on it.
Okay. You remember the cafe at Montfaucon?
Sure. Andre? You'd better show, you creep. I felt an irrational urge to wipe my ear. The door was... I didn't fancy my chances of kicking this door down.
Got a jittery index finger again. Keeps hitting the mouse button.
I unlocked the door. I wasn't looking forward to meeting Labanau again, but he was my only link with Nico.
Oh. Is that the
There was
police
no sign of
officer?
Labanau when I got to the cafe. I decided to order a coffee and wait for him. Pardon me, but don't I know you?
Huh?
You were here the day I found the catacombs.
I was? Ah, yes. I remember you.
Yeah. Are you still in the police force?
No, not anymore. I'm a man of leisure. And what brings you back to Paris?
No, he's got different guys doing the voice. I like the other guy.
My girlfriend.
What it is to be young and in love. Will you share a bottle of wine with me?
Hey, listen, I'd love to, but I need to keep a clear head.
So my company isn't good enough for you.
Why did you leave the police?
I was forced to retire. The golden handshake. Only in my case, it was more copper than gold.
How come?
I was made a scapegoat to cover up the department's inefficiencies.
You're being pretty inefficient in the last one.
Have you ever heard of a Professor Ubier?
No, monsieur. I don't recall the name.
Well, apparently he's an expert on Mayan art and history.
A little out of my field of experience, monsieur. If he'd been a serial killer or a sodomite, I might have been able to help.
It was a small silver flask from which the man was topping up his glass. Oh, garçon. He ignored me. I'm sure it was deliberate.
Oh, I'm sure it was George.
What's that you're drinking?
It's wine.
What do you make of this dart?
I remember a case where the victim was killed with just such a device. The poison acted in seconds, causing his body to swell up like an inflatable life raft.
Wow.
What do you make of this news cutting?
Orphanage supplied fast food chain?
No, it's the article above that.
Oh! Total eclipse of the sun. Well, that's very dull in comparison. I don't know anything about eclipses.
Tell me what you make of this note.
From my years of experience, I gained a pretty good insight into handwriting. I'd say that note was written by a compulsive, obsessive type with an Oedipus complex.
Hey, you got just about everything apart from the ponytail.
Um,
Hey, you.
What?
I'd like a cup of coffee if you don't mind.
When I finish serving this gentleman.
I couldn't snatch the man's flask while he was looking. It was too hot to sit inside the cafe. Besides, I might miss Labino.
Can we have a look around?
Un café.
Thanks.
Oh.
What does that guy keep pouring out of his flask?
Absinthe.
Absinthe? I thought that was highly dangerous and outlawed in France.
It is. Don't look at me, I didn't sell it to him.
Do you know a guy called Andre Labino?
Oui, I know him. What of it?
Well, I'm supposed to meet him here. Did I miss him?
No, I have not seen him today.
Have you heard of Professor Oubier?
Oui, he married that actress, the little dachshund. They used to come here. The nutty professor and the movie star.
If Oubier's wife was a movie star, how come I never heard of her?
She was big in France. The world doesn't stop at Hollywood. Her stage name was Carol Climax. She died in suspicious circumstances.
How did Oubier's wife die?
I heard he shot her.
And got away with it?
He had a good lawyer and they wrote a tight alibi.
Why would an eminent public figure like Oubier risk everything for murder?
He wouldn't be the first, would he? Besides, people like him always get off.
Do you know that man over there?
I should think so. He's a regular customer.
Look at this. A poison dart.
Ah oui, sure.
It's the real thing. Knocked my girlfriend out cold in a matter of seconds.
Romantic. Sounds like a real close relationship you have going.
That's all.
Thank you.
Where's oh, here he is.
Well, this is a surprise, Shorty.
I wouldn't normally call you. But Nico's in trouble, Andre. Deep trouble. You have to help me find her.
What? What have you dragged her into this time?
It was you that recommended Professor Oubier as an expert on Mayan art. Now his butler has kidnapped her. And he tried to kill me.
Every time she gets involved with you, there is trouble. Walking out on her was the best thing you could do.
My father was dying, damn it. I had no choice.
Well, she soon recovered once she went back to her old friends.
Drop it, Andre. Right now, Nico's in danger, and we have to work together.
So, how can I help?
Nico needed to speak to Oubier about a stone.
Oh, you mean this stone?
So that's what all the trouble's about.
Precisely. Nicole told me to guard it with my life.
Well, it's worth more than that, surely.
Oh, very funny.
What's funny is that your life really is on the line.
What are you talking about?
The stone is a Mayan artifact, dummy, and the guy who kidnapped Nico was from Central America. It was the stone they were after.
Oh my god, you mean I could be in danger too?
Oh, now he cares.
What do you suppose the carving on the stone means?
I don't know. I haven't shown it to anyone.
Why don't you just give it to me?
I don't want your death on my conscience, George.
Where did Nico get the stone?
I'm not sure I should tell you.
Oh, you should.
It was something to do with smuggling.
Why didn't Nico take the stone to Ubier?
I don't know. Perhaps she suspected something like this would happen.
If she's been hurt, Andre, I'll break every bone in your body.
No, that's typical of you. Do you think I don't care what happens to Nicole?
It occurred to me that slugs don't have bones to break, but I kept that thought to myself.
We've fallen out so bad since the first one.
Tell me about your friend Ubier.
He's more of a professional acquaintance than a friend.
I see. So you don't really know him at all?
No, I don't.
Does Ubier employ a guy from Central America?
Maybe. I don't know.
Take a look at this, Andre.
It's a bank statement?
Yeah. Professor Ubier's account. 5 large cash withdrawals in the space of 3 days. All from an automatic teller in Marseille. Suspicious, isn't it?
You're even more crazy than you were before.
What can you tell me about this pot?
South or Central American, I'd say. I have a friend who'd be able to tell you more.
Where can I find this guy?
He owns a gallery on the left bank. The Gliese Gallery.
What do you think this is, Andre?
I don't know.
I'll give you a clue. It's got more backbone than you.
You think you're amusing, don't you?
See you later.
Goodbye, Georgie.
Oh.
I've had enough of your games, Collard. Tell me what you've done with my stone.
I thought your business was simply smuggling cocaine, Karzak. Why are you so interested in that stone?
Either you tell me what I want to know, or Pablo here will make you talk.
Okay. Well, I figured someone at the university would be able to help. So I had a word with one of my girlfriends, and she told me her boyfriend was a lecturer. I sent the stone to the Department of Ethnology. You know, I figured it was South American, so... You're not buying this, are you?
That's enough! I don't have time to listen to your mindless prattle. We'll leave you to think it over. Come the morning, you'll be ready to talk.
Well, can I go to...
Now I had another lead. I could either go back to Ubier's house, or visit the Gliese Gallery.
I don't have any reason to go back to Ubier's house, do I? Is that the gallery? Guess so.
The Gliese Gallery had style and class, but very few customers. Hi, girls. What's the joke?
I think you
Another
might be.
walkirete, isn't it?
Okay, fine.
Yeah, let's talk to him instead. Oh, what have I clicked on? His glass.
The way that guy was gripping the glass, I'd need a wrench to get away from him.
Oh, let's talk to this guy instead. He looks more important.
Are you Mr. Gliese, the owner?
Yes, sir. May I help you?
You're English?
These days one prefers to think of oneself as European.
Sure. Whatever you say.
And how precisely may one assist you, sir?
What I really wanted to ask you about was a black stone.
A black stone?
Yeah, it's a Mayan artifact, about as big as my hand.
No, sir. One doesn't get much call for black stones. If it's Mayan artifacts you're interested in, I have some rather exquisite pots.
Yeah, I noticed. I've already got one of those. Who's that guy over there?
That's Mr. Lane, sir, the critic. I'm hoping he'll give the gallery a favorable write-up. One has to be so patient with these critics. Lure them in with the correct bait, watch for a bite, and play them like a fish.
Well, he's certainly drinking like one. Have you heard of Professor Ubier?
Of course. His name is synonymous with Mayan art. A number of these artifacts were supplied by Ubier himself.
Do you believe the story that Ubier murdered his wife?
If it was true, who can blame him? He was an opportunist tramp. Well, that's what I heard.
Have you seen any of Ubier's wife's films?
Only one. Believe me, I was appalled, shocked, disgusted, and repulsed.
Well, you sure got your money's worth. Last time I went to the movies, I wasn't even titillated. I suppose you have an import license for these relics?
Of course. But that's not my problem, sir. The professor arranges all the shipping. We simply collect the items from the docks.
Could you tell me which docks Professor Ubier uses to import the artifacts?
Good God, no. I can't possibly reveal my commercial secrets.
Do you get many Central American Indians in here?
No, sir, but this is Paris. Central America is several thousand kilometers southwest of here. Straight across the Atlantic Ocean and turn left. You can't miss it.
Well, as it happens, I saw some Central American Indians this very morning.
Tourists, sir. Paris is full of them at this time of year.
It is a horrible smug face.
I found this news story referring to a total eclipse of the sun.
Really, sir? Well, fascinating.
I'd like your opinion on this pot.
Interesting. Would sir be interested in selling the article?
That depends. How much would you give me for it?
300? Possible 325.
I'll think about it.
It's not bad, is it?
I had no possible use for a credit card reader.
Let's talk to this guy then.
You're Lane, the critic, aren't you?
Correct. Can't you see I'm busy?
Busy? Doing what?
Appreciating the art, or depreciating it. I have a reputation to uphold.
I could tell this guy was going to be hard work. Have you heard of Professor Ubier?
Yes, of course.
I was at his house earlier.
If you're going to drop names, you could at least name one worth dropping.
I thought Ubier was a well-respected man.
Why, his last book was nothing but pseudo-intellectual claptrap. The demented ramblings of a drug-dependent has-been.
What's that you're drinking?
I'm not sure, but I have a suspicion it might be urine. Glees can't expect a favorable criticism of his gallery when he serves this muck.
Would you give me your opinion on this pot, sir?
Yes, very rapouche.
Rapouche?
Hideous.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
It's worth 350.
You smashed my pot.
Certainly, it was not only worthless, it was ugly and offensive.
Like
To you, maybe.
Believe me, I was doing you a favor.
I wasn't going to waste any more breath talking to that pompous blimp. Maybe I could turn the situation to my advantage, and at the same time, get my revenge.
Oh, this is coming up again. His glass keeps coming up, so I've got to do something with his glass.
Rectangles in a desolate landscape. Highly cubist.
Oh, can I
The
pick my
pot had
bits up?
smashed into too many
Okay.
pieces to retrieve.
It's over here, anything? Oh.
Excuse me, sir.
Uh-huh.
That area is private.
Oh, so I'm not allowed back here?
No, sir.
Okay, so I need to get... He's another one with eyes in the back of his head. So I need to get him distracted so I can go back here. And I need to get rid of him to do it. And I've got to put something in his glass. Or some bat poison or something. What? Well, there's only one other place we've been, and he had a flask, didn't he? I don't like these pictures. They're not very easy to work out where you're going. I need to get the flask off this guy. Oh. Automatically sitting down. Can I have your flask?
The man was still looking. miss being a gendarme?
Yes, of course I do.
Oh.
When I wore that uniform, I
not
commanded the
looking.
respect. Not anymore.
Oh, he's not looking.
I grabbed the flask and was struck by a powerful smell of absinthe, a highly potent and illegal alcoholic drink.
Alright, let's get out of here.
It was too hot to sit inside the cafe. I could either go back to Ubier's house or visit the Glee's
Let's
gallery.
go back to Glee's gallery and we can fuck up both them pompous guys now. Because they're both nasty in there. Actually, there are a couple of little bitches as well, giggling ass. It's not like anyone in this gallery. Let's fuck it up.
I didn't think he'd be
glass.
interested.
I didn't get his glass. Right. We're not very subtle, are we?
I splashed a little absinthe into the glass and hoped he wouldn't notice the change of color.
It'd be easy to roofie.
Did you put something in my drink?
Yeah, I did. Well, what do you think?
Well, it's certainly an improvement over Glee's wine. In fact, I could grow to like it.
Hey, do you want some more? Yeah, some more.
Allow me.
Maybe you'll throw up everywhere. Oh. Oh god, is he doing that? Is he dead?
I wasn't going to waste my breath on that drunkard.
Okay, let's go this way.
There was nothing in the case but styrofoam packing, but pasted on the side was the remains of a label. Underneath the logo of a flying bird were the words Condor Transglobal Mars. The rest of the label was missing. It was beginning to make sense. Ubier had organized Nico's abduction. Ubier withdrew money from Marseille. Ubier was connected with Transglobal, who shipped their goods from a warehouse in Marseille. That's how the torn Transglobal label had once read. Marseille, not Mars. It wasn't much of a lead, but it was all I had. I set off immediately to catch the evening train. It was almost dawn when I arrived in Marseille. I traced Condor Transglobal to a desolate dockside. The sign read, rightly enough, no entry.
What's the big idea?
I don't know. The dog went berserk for no apparent reason.
He's trained to do that. The idea is to deter any would-be intruder.
Oh, I get it. Okay, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Just remember, he's a trained attack dog. A killer.
We need some food for him, aren't we?
Here, boy.
Mm-mm. Messy part.
Hi, good morning.
Do you know what time it is?
No, I don't wear a watch. As my dad used to say, I'm not into time, man.
Well, you're too early.
What time is it anyhow?
The big hand's on the floor. Why aren't you in bed?
I can explain everything.
Never mind, I ain't that interested.
Does that dog belong to you?
Nah, he comes with the job. I just feed him every now and then.
Look, Bickies,
More
dog
then
Bickies.
than now, I'd say. Ever heard of Condor Transglobal?
Sure, they have a warehouse here.
Well, could I take a look?
Not until after the holidays. Come back in a month.
I have to make a delivery to Condor Transglobal.
Where's your rig?
About half a mile down the road.
And you walk here? Jeez, are you some kind of nut?
Ah, it was easy. I just put one foot in front of the other. Are you gonna let me make my delivery?
Not without the paperwork. You get the papers, you make your delivery, and I get a fat backhander.
I was getting nowhere with the story about being a trucker. What's the dog's name?
20.
It's unusual for a dog.
It's his registration number. Security dog number 20.
What time do you open the gates?
7.
Do you mind if I hang out here till the dock's open?
Please yourself, but you'll have a long wait. It's Sunday, and tomorrow is the start of a national holiday. Everything is closed for a month.
Well, wouldn't you just know it?
Who's
I
that
gotta go
doing
now,
that
but
one?
I'll be back.
Can't wait.
Ouch! That's hot.
I got the panties. They're good with hot things.
The panties would not have been thick enough
Oh,
to shield
okay.
this level of heat.
I don't know why I want to take it off anyway. But
The stick had a hook on one end. I figured it was a boat hook. For hooking boats. The bottle was just out of reach. Nothing was going to get me into that water if I could help it.
I want it. Can we hook it out?
I just knew that boat hook would be useful for something. As for the bottle, even if I couldn't find a use for it, I cleaned up the dock a little. My arms weren't long enough to reach the platform.
Um,
Hey, 20.
oh, can I?
I couldn't reach the documents. I couldn't reach the bucket.
No, I want his dog
I
biscuits.
couldn't reach the packet.
Excuse me? Huh? Who's there?
Ooh. Nut crusher. Okay, let's go back up here. So do I want to do something with that chimney then, I guess?
It was the beer bottle that slob of a watchman had dumped in the sea, now half full of filthy dock water. The label read, Surge, the beer that clears your head.
Can I pour that down the chimney and make him smoke him out?
The bottle was half filled with water. Maybe it would cool the cone down enough to touch it.
Okay. Oh, now I want the panties. No? Oh, okay.
Now I could see into the pipe which formed the chimney.
So what am I smoking him out? Do I want to clog it?
The bottle had blocked the chimney, and the hut was filling up with smoke.
Can I have these biscuits? Can I have these biscuits?
The packet was full of dog biscuits.
That's all I'm going to want, right?
Someone had once told me a piece of coal brought you luck.
Oh, okay.
Who was I to argue with irrational superstition? That mug was a health risk. I decided to leave it where it was. I realized that that wasn't such a good idea.
That's going to burn your hand. And I didn't.
Baked beans in ketchup.
Oh, I love me some baked beans.
The box contained nothing but blank forms.
Okay, so I guess you want to go back down here, right? Because he's out there. Can I entice him down here?
Hey, 20. Come and get it, boy.
Oh, hang on. No, do I want to do this? This seems cruel. Can I get a biscuit on the platform from here?
Hey, 20. Come and get it, boy.
Okay, dogs like swimming, don't they?
I felt a slight twinge of conscience as I prepared to give the dog a dunking. It soon passed.
Where is he? Oh,
As
he's
I'd
happy.
expected, the dog could swim like a dog.
No, look, he looks happy. He's having a good time, isn't he? Yeah, okay, good. Oops, okay. Oh, it's a padlock.
Breaking steel padlocks with my bare hands was a feat I'd never mastered.
Well, can we just climb over? Oh, good, okay.
A sturdy chain and padlock hung around the door handles. I couldn't reach the wheel and couldn't see any point in climbing up to it.
What's it for? It's attached to this barrel. Oh, does it just put barrels? Oh, I guess it's for loading barrels on a ship, right?
The sign looked as if it was firmly attached to the wall. Anyway, I didn't really want it as a souvenir. I decided not to tamper with the clamp. Those jaws looked like it could snap shut at any moment. This sign also looked firmly attached to the wall. A sturdy chain and padlock hung around the door handles.
I'm not so sure how I feel about George's hair in this. What is this? Oh yes, the 90s, isn't it? I guess it makes sense.
The grill opened from the inside.
And can I...
The din must have drowned out the sound of my knocking.
Then...
Maybe there was a way in up there. The metal housing prevented me from getting to the fan.
what's this? I need that, oh, I need the drain opener from the first game. I feel lost without it.
That did the trick. The fan clunked and shorted out as its blades were mashed by the boat.
Hey, you make any more noise, I break your arms.
That bully needed to be taught a lesson.
Garzak's already mad because we didn't get the stone. You give me any trouble, I'll tell him it was all your fault.
Karzak? That must be his boss.
Okay. I mean, I can't see him letting me in. He doesn't seem very nice, but let's go see. So relaxing, that water sound.
Who is he?
Is this Condor Transglobal?
Nobody here. Go away.
I'll give you 5 seconds to let me in or I'll bust down the door.
Okay. I'm coming.
He didn't sound too...
Did I get up here? I threatened him. Oh, here he comes.
The window was jammed shut.
Okay.
Hey,
What now?
my name is Stobbart. George Stobbart.
What do you want?
What's this spider?
I
Thing?
want to return your spider. I pulled its legs off, which is exactly what I'm gonna do to you. I got the feeling he wasn't too pleased to see me.
Right, okay, so if we drop this down... setting us right up for me. Okay. And hang out with that dog that's swimming around in there. Can I have that back? Might come in handy.
The only interesting thing I found was a small brass key. Among the paperwork which adorned the notice board was something which caught my eye. It was a delivery note from Condor Transglobal, and the address was Coramonte City. It was locked.
Oh, that'll be what the key is for then. What's that? Oh, dog biscuits.
The little brass key didn't fit the lock. All the crates were firmly sealed.
Nope.
Whoa! Don't shoot! The little guy had a blowpipe. That confirmed my suspicions about what had happened to Nico. I waited for him to shoot me, but it didn't happen. Instead, he seemed to want to tell me something. What? What do you want? He seemed excited, almost desperate. What did he want so bad?
What do you want, darling? Dog biscuit.
Hi. I'm not going to hurt you.
Coramonte!
Is that where you're from? Coramonte City?
Coramonte!
Okay. Tell me what you've done with Nico, and I'll share these biscuits with you. I knew it sounded lame, trying to bargain with a box of doggy snacks. Besides, how was he to know how yummy they tasted?
Yeah, I think, yeah, dart. You hit me.
This was the dart you used to knock out my girlfriend. If she's come to any harm, I will count you personally responsible.
What? Where is she?
What have you done with my girlfriend?
Huh?
I am not leaving without her. Where is she? He didn't appear to understand me.
Oh, do you know what the key goes to, dude?
What does this key unlock?
Huh?
Oh.
Hey, you're manacled. Who did this? That big thug? I'm gonna set you free, okay?
Oh, why do you keep him all chained up like that?
Hey,
Bye, little dude.
come back here.
Be free. Oh, let him go, George.
The little guy had gone to ground amongst the stack of crates.
Where am I? Oh.
I couldn't pry the doors apart with my bare hands. There was usually an easier way to do it.
I was just looking down at Chonk, and then when I looked up, George had disappeared. Okay.
Just in time. Interrupting the beam of light kept the doors from closing and stopped anyone from using the elevator. But what now?
I just move this box over it. Yeah, okay, good.
There. That would keep the doors from closing. I was wrestling with the small crate when I noticed the label on its side. Danger. Live contents do not drop. There wasn't enough room to move the handle. There wasn't much I could do with a pulley that didn't have any rope.
Oh, so I want to raise... I want to move that so I can move that, so I can use the handle to raise that, so I can hook it to that. Christ knows what for. And I can't do that yet anyway. Door?
A sturdy beam was jammed across the doors. These doors were not going to open. There was no way to open that window.
I want to be up here, right? Where do I go? Can I use that as a rope?
The short chain stopped the cuffs reaching from the statue to the
Okay.
winch.
Well, I don't even know why I want to get out this door, do I?
No chance. Whatever those crates contained, they were heavy.
Wait, does it go up? The switch and a button, so does it go up as well as down? It go up. Where is the light switch? What's that? Oh, okay, hang on.
There was an arc-shaped scratch on the floor, as if a door had been opened in the nearby wall. My fingers traced the outline of a secret door in the wall. Then I found a small round stud, which was set flush to the surrounding wooden paneling. Just as I hoped, a secret room.
I dreamed about secret rooms last
Nico!
night. Oh, can we... Oh, okay. Can we, do
Hold still. This might hurt a little.
a wax her moustache?
Think yourself lucky you don't have a
Oh.
mustache.
Thank God it's you, Georges. How did you find me?
I'll explain later. We have to get out of here.
Where's Pablo, the big guy?
Out cold. Too much wine doesn't agree with him. Are you okay?
Of course I'm not okay. Untie me this instant.
Okay.
There. How you feeling?
Oh, thanks, Georges. How on earth did you find me?
I knew Oubier had been in Marseille. But never mind about me. How about you tell me exactly what's going on, starting with that Mayan stone?
I picked it up from one of Karzak's men in Paris. I was expecting a consignment of narcotics.
Drugs?
Yes. The proof I needed to expose Karzak's smuggling operation. I'd set it up to act as his courier, and once I had the proof, I planned to go straight to Inspector Mou. But instead of the dope I'd expected, they sent me that stone.
Oh
instead.
yeah, because
And to find out more,
the other one
I called
died, didn't they?
Professor Oubier, who invited me to his mansion. At least, I thought it was Oubier.
I don't get it. If Karzak's business is drugs, why is he so desperate to get his hands on that stone?
Maybe it has some significance to the local people in Central America. It could be Karzak's means of getting them to work for him. Anyway, we've got to get out of here.
Yeah.
Nico, wait!
I have a statue. Nothing else in here. Right, so we need to do that. We need to get that down. So we just need to.
We can't use the elevator. If that thug Pablo's recovered, he'll be waiting for us.
We've got to do something. Where does that door lead to?
I'm not sure.
Oh, hang on. It's simple. We just need something to block the light. Then we move there, move that, do that, do that, do that, and that. Okay. What's that?
It was the strip of masking tape which the big Indian had used to gag Nico.
Oh, that'll do the job, won't it?
Hopefully,
Yeah,
the tape would
okay.
prevent those doors from closing and stop the Indian from being able to call the elevator.
Move the crate. Move that one. Oh, it's Nicole's shoes. Crunchy noise. Got holes in the top. That's probably where those that big spider that we squash at the start. Where they keep their spiders for their traps.
The pallet rose about 6 inches off the floor. They said a silent prayer to whoever had discovered the power of hydraulics.
What on earth are you doing?
Trying to raise the statue so I can hook it to that pulley.
Is that really going to help us?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I
get
like to
this
keep
door.
myself occupied in times of stress.
You get the door open then, Nico. What's this?
It was the rope the Indian had used to tie
Yeah,
Nico
okay,
to a
that-
chair.
I
Boy,
understand.
what a souvenir.
I use that for that.
It would be much easier to attach the rope to the statue
Oh.
first.
Okay. And I thought you were going to do both of it for me, but never mind. Now push that down. Now we can do is push up. Is that down properly?
It was too heavy for me to move on my own.
Nico, come over here. Stop moving. Stand still. Nico, for God's sake. Be some help, will you? We'll talk about all that later. Is that the start? Yeah.
Could you give me a hand to push this statue?
What for?
This, my dear, is our passport to freedom.
If you say so, dear.
Ooh, she's got an attitude, isn't
Okay, push! Great teamwork.
Nice to be working with you again, Mr. Stobbart.
she? She even said thank you to me yet. Down, grumpy pants. I like how you have this little blue thing that shows you what you can interact with, so you don't end up pixel hunting for hours.
I thought about hanging from the cable with my bare hands, but it was too far to the other end of the cable to escape that way.
Okay, it's either going to be the thong or these things.
Nico,
Things.
I have a great idea.
My God, the cutscenes are so loud.
George, where have you been?
Never mind that. Do you have the Mayan stone?
Maybe I have, but,
Don't argue, Andre. Give the stone to George.
well, of course. If you say so, Nicole.
Thank you so much, Andre.
George, he told me you'd been kidnapped, my dear. I'm glad to see he was mistaken.
Oh, but it was true. If it hadn't been for George, I wouldn't be here now.
It's not finished yet. Karzak's thugs will be back for that stone, you can bet. The best lead that we have is Coromonte City.
Coromonte? It's in Central America. That's where Ubier gets his artifacts.
That's all we needed to know. Come on, George.
Quaramonte, the traveler's rear entrance to Central America. Well, that's how it was translated in the brochure. We didn't know what we were looking for, but the offices of Condor Transglobal seemed a good place to start.
Hey, it's market day. I don't see any cabs. Let's ask someone how to get to Quaramonte City.
Okay. Keep your eyes peeled for any sign of Condor Transglobal.
Right, I'm going to leave it here and come back later because it's quite big. I've done this so far in about 3 little short control bursts, but I'll splice them all together and I might edit out those cutscenes and try and make them a bit quieter for you. Yeah, I'm going to play all the Broken Sword games because I'm excited about the 6th one that's coming out soon-ish. So we'll pick this up again soon.